T minus 30 seconds. T minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
The following program is rated TVMA for language. We want everyone to be able to enjoy the program, but sometimes things happen, and we may say things that may be offensive to some or non-conducive to others. So in other words, shit happens. Oops.
Niggas coming.
I didn't think we'd make this happen. You didn't think we'd make this happen, but we made it happen. It is the 2024 year in review episode of Blerds in the Hood. I am your resident supervillain, MrJayWashington.
And this nigga Josh Jacobs didn't get the touchdown. The backup running back did. Nigga, let's go. I'm Winston A. Marshall, TheSwaggyBlerd. Sorry, it's the fantasy football finals. I'll talk about it.
No, I just told your black ass before we went live. I just told you I needed him to score, and you gonna sit here. Yeah,
I have to.
You know my fantasy team.
I have to, because you don't get it. If this nigga, I'll tell you the whole.
I don't give a shit. It's not about you.
It's about both of us, nigga. It's about both of us.
About the collective, nigga.
It's about both of us, nigga. Because it's about both of us, man. You got somebody other than Jacobs.
Justin Jefferson and he ain't doing shit. Anyways.
Well, that's the thing. You just had Green Bay score, my nigga. So now it's Justin Jefferson time. It's time for this nigga, for JJ to go off, baby.
Bro, listen.
Do it for JJ.
I want to thank everybody who is joining us. So we decided to multi-stream. We are on both our YouTube channel, which this will probably get taken down. Because last time we went live, it was like, hey, y'all, chill out. And we're over on our Twitch. So we can see all the comments from both channels right now. Thank you to everybody. Man, look, dog, the year is over with in 3 days.
Oh, Lord.
And it feels like the year just started.
It does. And it was a bitch of a year, man. Like, good God.
It has been a thing. There's a lot that happened in 2024. I think the best way to say this, and my brother can correct me at any point if I'm wrong. We're not covering every motherfucking thing. We were talking about this earlier. It's like if we were going to cover everything that happened in 2024, we would have had everything. We would have had to start this show at 2 p.m.
It's not
yesterday.
Wrong.
And because yesterday, there's so much that has happened that I want to say, we're gonna get into everything with the show and all that good shit, man. It's just been a ride, and I think the best part of this ride, has been the return of the show. I had to let my brain process what I was going to say.
What you were saying.
I was going to say something out of pocket probably. I was going to be like, can't say that way. Jeez. This is a professional show. So let's just get right into it. All right. Mr. Winston A. Marshall.
My nigga.
Nigga. A nigga moment.
Man.
Nigga. My nigga.
What you been doing?
So yeah, I'm gonna answer this in terms of like the year instead of just immediate. I'll include some of the immediate stuff. I mean, as far as what I've been doing this year, focusing on building out my channel, which has been going well, focusing on trying to get back into hosting stuff, which doing the Ultraman Rising interview was huge. Focusing on trying to figure my shit out as far as like what my next steps in life are. You know, booking the Sam's Club commercial was big. There's been like a lot of positives to come out of this year, but in the same breath, man, like all years, there was just a lot of bullshit that happened, man. I mean, everything from you know, a job that I've been working this year, having a boss just decide he was just going to stop responding to texts and calls. And when I'm like, can you please give me a call so I can try and whatever, and just radio silence, and then getting a bullshit answer as to why he hasn't been hitting me up about shifts and stuff like that. That kind of shit will fuck with your head. Had a number of theatrical stuff that I was like kind of crushing and getting to like callbacks and stuff for, but not really booking anything theatrical this year. That kind of fucked with my head. You know, there's some like relationship stuff, nothing crazy, but just the pains of a relationship, you know, like that stuff we've been trying to work through. Getting used to my ankle post, you know, breakage and all that kind of stuff was its own level of stuff. The election, which obviously we're going to talk about that bullshit, it was weighing on it. But I think the thing that really had me fucked up the most, man, is like, you know, and you've known this, and most of the fans here that are following me in other places know too, is, you know, how sick my sister has been. And what that's really done to my family's mental health and my mental health, and trying to keep it together for her, and just be supportive. I think the one thing that it really did more than anything, because I'm sure y'all remember before the show abruptly ended a couple years ago, that like my aunt was dealing with cancer, and she beat that, which was great. But then to see my sister, who is, you know, she's barely a full-blown adult, you know what I'm saying? Like she's a full-blown adult, like she's out here crushing it with what she does for a living, but like ain't nobody trying to see the kind of pain, ain't nobody trying to see the potential loss, anything like that. That's the type of shit that'll fuck you up. And then like me as her older brother, but I can only imagine what it's been ravaging my parents' minds, thinking that their baby you know, might have some stuff going on. So like it's been a year of ups and downs. The highs were great highs, but the lows have been fucking crazy. And so I just say all that to say that, you know, I was talking to Kristen last night. We went on a date night, and I was just kind of talking about how I want to approach the new year. And instead of like, here's all these resolutions and blah, 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 and there's like no like specificity to it, I'm more confident about what's coming in the new year, because those resolutions have specific targets. Those resolutions have actual metrics to kind of look out at, and they're things that I'm pushing myself to really be the best version of me, instead of just all foo-foo and dreams. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it is still kill it in the auditions, do that kind of stuff, but it is the move of trying to further my pseudo transition in my career. Like I'm not walking away from acting or anything like that, but like I've been training to do, for those that aren't familiar, DIT. DIT is a position with photo shoots and films where they're the ones in charge of saving all of the data, doing some basic kind of color correction on it and all that. And it's a job that is growing rapidly in both photography and film industries. And they make good money. And so like, I am beside myself that my computer is all but died on me. The new one has been ordered. I was able to do that with the commercial money. It's going to take a minute to get here, but that'll allow me to stream more, stream at all, because I really haven't been able to do that. It'll allow me to do this new job that I've been training to do. And so it's just giving me, I see myself moving forward with a game plan. Does that mean it's automatically going to happen? No, it's going to take hard work. It may not work out, but at least I feel like I have some North Star to work towards, and it still allows me opportunities to do the things that my dreams are built on, that I've spent all this time building towards. So I say all that to say that I'm fucking exhausted. I am so goddamn tired. I really hope that people are protecting their peace and doing things like that. But other than that, I gotta ask now, MrJayWashington.
My nigga.
A nigga moment.
Man. Nigga. My nigga. What you been doing?
believing I was quiet for that whole thing, listening to everything you said, and almost got emotional. Had to catch myself. You know, I've said this repeatedly, whether it be social media, podcasts, interviews, whatever I've done this year. Collectively, this has been one of the greatest, but the hardest years of my life. And that is on so many different fronts. We speak on the acting situation.
So here, I'm just gonna open a window.
All right. We speak on the acting situation and how the industry is and how it's trying to come back. And I know a lot of people who are like, oh man, if you're an actor, just get a real job. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. But for same people that always say that, I always say in return, then you never have a favorite TV show or a favorite movie, et cetera, et cetera. From starting off this year, recording for Netflix as a Joke Radio, you know, that was a blessing. To going into May, headlining a show for the Netflix as a Joke Festival, to sell that out 3 weeks before the show was great. To be able to enjoy Comic-Con for once and to get to be a part of my chosen family, my adopted family. You know already, you're my brother. That's never gonna change. You know, all that. I sometimes want to push you down a flight of stairs when I can't find no stairs.
That's fair. And sometimes I want to I Tanya you, so we're good.
I mean, that's love. But my Blerd Brunch fam that I'm always talking about, I spent Comic-Con with them, and it was a week of, if you will, where I just felt the most love I have felt from a group of people I've called friends and family than I have in my whole life. That's you? Okay. I just saw you. Okay. Because we just laughed, joked, and just had a great time. And the energy was just phenomenal. To be able to be part, all of us getting into, you know, we threw the Blerd and Bougie party, which was so dope. But then for all of us to be able to get into the EW party, which you know the stories, the EW party, for those who are unfamiliar, Entertainment Weekly, even though it is not an official, it's like a digital thing. Every year they throw a Comic-Con party. The thing is, their party is the party. And there are some A-list celebrities who cannot get in that party. Like, it is very difficult. And so to be part of the Blerds, to get into that, was amazing. And I say all that because being around people who have shown me true love, man, my car, I went to St. Louis and to do a festival and came back and my car was screwed. Found out I had diesel in the gas tank. And it was from... Did you
just put the wrong shit in?
Nigga, it was... First of all, let's I don't know why that... No, hear me out. Hear me out on this one.
How does a nigga just get diesel
in the gas tank? In order to put a diesel hose in your gas tank in a regular car, you have to... If the hose is made bigger, because please.
So you saying the hose is thick?
It is stress, father. It is forward afternoon, father. It's forward afternoon. The hose is
to the hole.
The hose is thicker and
ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way.
It don't fit in the hole. I'm trying to do my part.
Nigga, look how many people we got at the thing right now. We got 69 viewers right now, my nigga. Oh, I jumped to 74. It definitely says 69 the whole time. You can say, the hose is bigger. I was like, are they bigger?
We got to also take that clip out for reasons I'll tell you about later. Yeah.
Oh, no. People going to be so sad.
We could put the clip in of me directly, but we got to take that version out.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Maybe. I don't want to play it again for the sake of...
No.
If we need to, you just comment me. Just keep talking about what you're talking about. You can tell me later.
So my car situation happened, and shouts out to the Blerds because it was a last minute thing, and they helped me to get it fixed. And so that was a grateful thing. And then it was like I was supposed to do a cruise earlier this year that was going to hold me over for a while. Nope, not at all. Was going to hold me over for a while, and that fell off. And so it was a lot of different things, man, that kept happening where it was like I was behind the 8 ball, and then I'm stressed out because I didn't know how I was going to pay rent from month to month. I had to, on top of not just worrying about myself, again, my son. So people will tell me this: your son is an adult. He's a grown man. My son turned 21 this year, which I'm grateful to God. I love you, Jay, if you're watching this. But still, when he needs something, his father has to be there. My daughter, when she needs stuff, dad has to make it happen. And so trying to do those things, auditioning and barely having things happen, and just the little bitty things. Like I was picking up the little bit, like when I say people seeing me in the Hims ads, like, yo, is that you? I'm like, yeah, bro, you don't understand. Times are tough. The blessing of getting to do the little small part in Snoop and Dre's film Missionary, which I hope they cut the Out of the Blue video up to the fullest because we did so much more. Till just being able, just recently wrapping on shooting a guest star on Omarion's new show that's dropping in the summer. All those little things. But again, if you know this business, I was telling Winston, financially don't mean shit. But so the business wise, it was just up and down. But I made so many, and like I said, the Blerds, and then honestly, to have this come back, and it's not just the show, it's what we do, how we are with each other, the conversations we've had outside of the show, for us to be able to sit down and just, hear each other vent and talk and just work everything out, and to still remind one another that, yo, I'm always going to have your back. You're my brother. I'm here, et cetera, things like that. It has been so difficult to make it through. I found out friends. Yeah. To answer your last question, friends that I thought were friends aren't, because they would rather glom onto something that would help elevate them instead of sticking with people they rode with for years. So I said, you know what? I have to learn things like that. I'm fine with it. I had falling outs with people. It is what it is. God makes people, makes us have fallouts and takes people out of our lives. People are in our lives for seasons and reasons, et cetera, et cetera. I had situations with relationships, and I use that term loosely, where a woman I was dating, well, we thought we were going to start, but then she would be like, she only want to hang out with me when she got time. And I'm like, yo, I understand your schedule. Then it's like, yo, so what are we doing? It was weird. And then I remember, nigga, I was dating this chick.
You want to use your words?
It took me a minute. I know you can find the clip. It took me a minute. There's a girl I was dating. We stopped talking, whatever. Recently, like 2-3 weeks ago, we go to get, it's about a month ago. I was like, yo, let's just go grab coffee or something, just kick it, hang out, chill, whatever, blah, blah, blah. No ulterior motives, no intentions. Now, I'm the same person I've always been with her. So we talking, we chopping it up, and she was telling me some story, and I grabbed her hands like, oh, you sweet summer child. And she jumps and goes, I thought we were here just as friends. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm like, no one thought this was anything. Why the fuck you make this weird? Because it wasn't meant to be weird at all. And then sent me some long ass message. I was like, oh, nope, let me hit you on the block list. And so dealing with that, but I will say I've been stand up crazy. I've been working my ass off.
You're everywhere, bro. Your 2 shows today, in David Spade on one, and
I did. So here's the thing. Last night I did 3 shows. So I did a show where at 8 o'clock I was at the Comedy Store. Then at 9:30 I was hosting the show at the Improv in the main room. That show went to almost 11:45. Then I shot over to the Comedy Store again to do my boy Dave Hellam's Under the Radar show, which I didn't go on stage till 1:30 in the morning. And then I got up this morning, was like, yo, I have to get this stuff done where I have to do some of the prep work, because I knew you had to work. And I remember I texted you and I was like, yo, I got most of this. And I've been on my
I appreciate you for that, because it ended up being busier than I had planned.
Yeah, I've been on my computer all fucking day. And then I still got 2 shows after this. That's why we moved the time back. And I've even said it, I put it in my, I don't know if he saw, but I put it in my stories. I'm telling y'all right now, y'all hit these donations. I'm taking all these shots. I will go on stage tonight, blitzed out my fucking skull. I do not care. And I'm not saying it as like I don't care about the shows. It's just that I'm going to challenge myself.
Which, by the way, again, as always, streamlabs.com/blerdsinthehood/tip. You can do that right up there at the top. You already know what it is, but continue your story.
Yeah, so I'll wrap it up by saying my year has been a lot. I have cried a lot. I've prayed consistently without ceasing. I have given praise and thanks consistently. I have fought with the things that every time it's happened, I had to remind myself it's just a test. I've had to remind myself that, no matter what, I'm going to be carried through by God. And like when I tell people, I look at my bank account, I'm like, I don't know what's going to happen. And I'm tired. I will admit, I'm tired of being that way.
Yeah.
When I know I have the talent and the acumen to do more, to not be stuck in that position.
I get you, man, 1,000%. Like, obviously, I know that I'm blessed with that commercial, but like, I wasn't trying to buy a computer right now. I don't have.
No, I know that, but yeah, no. Hey, bro, check this out. That's the one thing about life. Whenever you have some money, like, yo, I'm good. I got this little breathing room. Life starts life in,
bro.
Life start life in, and then you like, but hold on, chill out. No, don't do that. No, I need.
It's 1,000%, and I'm that's where I am grateful for my father, and then I hit him up and I explained. I was like, look, I got the money to get the computer straight out, but if I do that, knowing that like we have to move soon, that's another negative that's been going on is the living situation here with Elon building this fucking monstrosity outside of my apartment. But there, if I had gone forward and just bought the computer and then immediately would have had to pay rent, I'm backing myself against the wall, getting ready to move, because then moving requires paying said movers, security deposit, like, you know what I'm saying? Like all the shit that you got to do that shit. So I'm grateful that like I went to my dad. I said, look, I'm going to throw 50% down. Would you be willing to do the other 50 and I'll pay you off over time and shit like that? And he was actually cool with it, especially he's like, oh, you're bringing 50% to the table? Yeah, fine. I don't care. Just,
I envy you so much because of that. And it's
I get
not,
it. I know that's a privilege.
To be able to call your parents is number one. Like, I don't have, like I said, the Blerds came through for your boy with the car situation, and I will forever be grateful.
Well, so what ended up happening with like you just did the donations came through or something?
No, they pulled together for me, and
you're talking about the group, the brunch.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And so I'm immensely grateful for that, because I was like, when it happened, literally, I got back from St. Louis that Sunday, came home, took a shower, chilled for a second, was getting ready to. I got in my car to go drive to the Improv. I'm driving my car, my shit go. And so right when I get ready to get on the 405, it was like, I was like, oh no. So I swerved my bitch back around as best as I could. Once it got to the corner up there on Spoboda, my shit stopped. So here's the problem. I had to start pushing my car first. But as you know, I was in that car accident also. That's another. I was in a car accident in July that now I have 2 pinched nerves in my lower back. So pushing a car by myself is something I absolutely should not have been doing. But thank God for crackheads who say they don't serve a purpose. All right. They saw me and they helped to push my car into the back. And they was like, yeah, we just want to see what we can find in the garbage. And I said, y'all go and do what you got to do. And literally the whole time I just kept saying to myself in prayer, this is just a test. This is just a test. Because I was like, also, it is 8:00 at night. I can't do anything on a Sunday. I can't do anything about it right now. I can't. So I just dealt with that, called an Uber, go to the fucking Comedy Store. I'm pissed off, as everybody can see. And I'm pissed off, but I'm on stage working still, doing what I got to do. But that's enough for us talking about our years, man, because we're going to continually talk about them in the midst of everything.
And also, I'm going to say before we jump into it, we obviously only saw you a set number of times this year. So if there's stuff that you want to get off your chest and things that you've been going through in 2024, nigga, what you've been doing, or neighborhood, what you've been doing, please feel free to throw that in the stream. I realize white people watch us. Put that shit in the stream, laughs. And the streamlabs.com/sports/tip. Same shit as always. Every $100 we'll be taking a shot and shit. But let us know what's going on with you.
That man is a professional. He realized quickly, nigga, what you been doing, neighborhood, what you been doing.
Hey man, look, the minute you had to start doing professional motherfucking interviews again, you start learning to just shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? I was like, maybe I should be careful about what I'm saying.
I just love how you literally went, hey, you nigga. And you it was almost like niggas, white niggas, I got you. So 2024 kicked off in the most unpredictable manner. Everyone says everything this year is tied back to this moment. Cat Williams on Club Shay Shay.
Yep.
As of right now, that interview stands at over 86 million views on YouTube.
My God.
86.
My God, bro.
Are you serious? And when I say there was so much said, you know, there was all these beefs that were brought out. You know, the Cat Williams versus Ricky Smiley versus Steve Harvey, Cedric the Entertainer, Faison Love. The list goes on and on. The industry, Kevin Hart. The list goes on. And no one could believe what they were hearing while watching it. What did you think when you first saw it?
I mean, I'll be honest, man. Hold on. I'm gonna. Oh, we hit one too many. Let me take something out really quick. When I first saw it,
you can take Cat out now.
Okay, perfect. And then I will play you some Cat, which is actually coupled because this is something I edited a while ago. I'm sure you remember. I want to say I put this on a Breakfast AM News, man. But when I saw it, I remember thinking two things. I remember being like, damn, Cat is telling some truths, but then also remember, man, Cat be lying too. So I was like, I don't know which of this is true and which of this is Cat Williams as a storyteller bloviating and whatnot. And the funny thing is, as the year went on, I said, oh shit, like 95% of this shit is true because he called all these shots, bro. He said, sometimes you gotta tell Diddy no, Diddy, I will not call it with you.
You gotta tell him no.
But look,
it's time for me to address this. I'm only gonna do it once.
Now let's 3 quick points.
He wanted my attention. He's got it. A fat bastard that has gotten away for far too long talking his bullshit. You wanted some? Fine. I'm happy to give it to you.
Ricky Smiley can't act because Ricky Smiley can't act. He told you the story about when the movie came out. Where did he say he watched it? At home. He wasn't even at the premiere.
He is the worst, most despicable, lying, no good, fat ass human being I have ever known.
You telling this man you stole that. Oh, so he could get his name in the same sentence with a great one.
This same Jason Whitlock that wanted to talk smack about me is the same Jason Whitlock that wanted to hire me.
It is sad. He was just that bitter when we were shooting it.
It's the same Jason Whitlock that stood outside doors trying to get me and coax me.
He told everybody, this should have been my role. Everybody on the scene. Why do you think no cast member has ever said anything?
Into even having a conversation with them because they knew I was so disgusted with him, presumably after he hit a strip club, because we all know ain't nobody trying to go out with him.
You having an unnatural allegiance to losers is not like you.
Let me tell you
having
something.
a natural allegiance to losers and it's not like you.
Let me tell you something. I was going to bring up the Stephen A. Smith because I remember when I saw it,
yeah,
I said, yo,
no one has ever called out Jason Whitlock straight up before.
Straight up. There's always been innuendos. There's always been, I'm not going to give him any attention. It's always been those things. And to hear him go completely in, I said, yes, Lord, you and your receding hairline talk to him, Jesus. Because, like, I felt like that came from the back of here where his hairline started. But go ahead.
So that was the thing. I remember when this happened, like a week later, Stephen A. Smith, who never just straight up shit talks people. He'll run his mouth, but he never just is like, this person is a piece of shit, and I'm going to tell you why they're a piece of shit. Went all in, and I was like, this year is already going to be different because people are not holding back anymore, and that's the one thing Kat kept saying. He said the truth will reveal itself, and the shit is going to come out, man. So he started off talking shit about Ricky Smiley. He's talking shit about motherfucking Cedric the Entertainer, talking shit about Steve Harvey.
Oh, what, they done kidnapped somebody?
Some old nigga.
Okay.
I'm so sorry, old nigga. Okay,
Clearly,
okay, I get it.
Clearly, the old nigga ain't my way. I just want to say, clearly, the old nigga ain't in my way. Cause, bro, when I'm telling you, it was about a couple months ago. It was during the show at the Improv, and the Amber Alert went off, and somebody yelled out, "Fuck them kids!" I said,
oh shit! Someone said 2024 calling, trying to take one more thing from us and shit, bro.
Man,
but yeah, no, I just remember. I remember the Cat Williams thing. Everybody was talking about that, going on, and then all of a sudden, Stephen A. Smith decided to go in on Whitlock, and I was like, oh, we're here. And look at all the shit that happened, man, because it was across the board with a bunch of shit. So, like, remember, you had Beyonce, who we had already heard with Renaissance, that she was specifically doing a 3-act series of albums that went to the core of music that Black people were at the center of making and reclaiming.
Wait. I need you to say that part one more time for the uninitiated, because it really should resonate with the statement. So go ahead, my brother.
That Beyonce decided to do a 3-act album set where each act represented a genre of music that Black people were at the center of creating. And so she started off with house, and that's where Renaissance was and all of that, and going to the history of that. She moved into country this year with Cowboy Carter. And you remember Cowboy Carter was announced after the Super Bowl because she had that commercial or whatever. Cowboy Carter was announced.
She was like, it's out.
She said, go ahead and break the internet, whatever the commercial was. And the next thing you know, she dropped Texas Hold'em and 16 Carriages, and then the album dropped later in the year. And look at all the racism that came flying out of her doing that. So all of a sudden it was like, oh, well, we're not going to play her song on the motherfucking radio. Why, nigga? Everybody wants to hear it. What are you talking about? Give her no nominations for the CMAs. And then you want to have people talking out of two sides of their mouth where they want to say shit like, well, see, the thing is Beyonce. She's a pop star trying to come in our world. She wasn't received because she's not out here like with us, being country, being one of us. And it's like, well, one, when she was at the CMAs in 2016, you treated her like shit for doing a song with the chicks. But two, literally, when you go and look at her album, my guy, the people on it, Willie Nelson, Dolly Parton, Shabuzi. There's these 4 country sisters that are doing shit. Like literally everybody you can fucking think of, she got on that.
By the way, I'm glad you brought up Shabuzi. So for those who don't know, Shabuzi became popular with his country rendition of Jaquan's Tipsy. Now, I was in Chattanooga, Tennessee this year.
Is that what
everybody
that's supposed
in
to
the
be?
club get tipsy? Yes, it is the country version.
One line. It's not the whole song.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. Because if you actually listen to the rest of the lyrics, the only 2 things that he stays in there is 1, here goes the 2 to the 3 to the 4, and then him saying everybody at the bar getting
tipsy. That makes it a song. We're 30 minutes in this show.
Nigga.
30 minutes in this show. There's 30 minutes of this show. And this motherfucker started already. 30 minutes. Real quick. Some of this I want to just bring up because a lot of people are saying things. I've been paying attention to the chat as best as I could. Jack's packet says, rest in peace to all of the unfortunate losses the culture took this year. Fat Man Scoop, Rich Homie Quan, Quincy Jones, Beat King. We took
James Earl Jones, Tito Jackson.
Shout out to Amp.
Tito is still one of the Jacksons, nigga. I'm not gonna let you do this. He's still one of the Jacksons, my guy.
Okay, before everybody jump down my throat when I say this, okay? Outside of the Jackson family, directly, how many people on this blue glob we call Earth was like, no, not Tito.
Fuck you. Fuck you, bro. Fuck you. We lost Carl Weathers, nigga. Fuck you. I'm not gonna...
Carl Weathers was in Happy Gilmore. This nigga was Apollo Creed. He was in The Mandalorian. Preference things. No one.
You were so disrespectful. You were so disrespectful, bro.
Nobody outside the Jackson fan, and I'm not diminishing his death. But the fact disrespectful. You had to Google other niggas that just died because I know what you was doing. You didn't have Carl Weathers in your thing, and you brought up this thing.
I didn't have Carl. I didn't have Carl off the top of my head. I mean, look, we probably saw the end of LeBron and Steph at the Olympics. That ain't never happening again. Them niggas is too old. 4 years from now, they ain't gonna be no damn Olympics.
Their last.
It's probably the last of Simone Biles too. Thank you. Put some goddamn respect on Tito's name, nigga. See, the baselines were crisp. You put some goddamn names and respect on Tito's name, bro. We also lost John Imus. We did. Yeah.
John who?
Nigga.
John who?
Nigga, I had
nope. For those who are uninitiated to Blerds in the hood.
Damn. Fucking.
Those who are uninitiated to Blerds in the hood, this happens a lot where Winston can't say names or speak words. Now, I just want
this bitch.
Fuck you, nigga.
Oh, yeah, we did lose Tony Todd.
We lost Tony Todd.
And we just lost Jimmy Carter today. Rest in peace. Here's the thing with Jimmy Carter.
Do we count Jimmy Carter as a nigga?
I'm gonna tell you why Jimmy Carter died today.
Well, he died because he
was only staying alive.
He was stayed alive to vote for Kamala.
He stayed alive to vote for her, and then he was like, "Well, I don't get to see the. Go ahead, Jesus. You know what? My seat ain't nothing. Take me, take me, Jesus." So, Tito Jackson, motherfucker,
you were so disrespectful, nigga. You really
are. Shouts out to one of our mods, Amblin. So, who I actually hung out with when I was in DC for BlerdCon this year.
Nice.
Please. Also, she did say, save this for later. My comedy special, Big Black and Nerdy, is available on YouTube. But I wanted some of the things you brought up for people to tell us what they have been going through for the year. And so Eric Grebner says, dealing with survivor's guilt. My life has done better this year than it has in a while, but my best friend died in July.
Fuck, man.
Very sorry to hear that for you, brother. Our condolences definitely go to you, family, and friends. Winston, if you know how to read this one.
It's been fucking rough. The second half of the year, our dog Rocky, and we had him for 11 years, got sick at the beginning of August, and we had to say see you later on September 7th. Man, fuck. I'm really sorry about that, Amy. And I get it. I'm actually really worried about my dad's dog. His name's Solomon, named after my dad's dad. And I was just down there seeing my dad. This is an old ass dog. He's 16 years old and he is fully blind in both eyes. This nigga can't hold his bladder to save his life anymore. It's actually really sad to see because my dad has to essentially keep him in the laundry room.
A diaper.
We told him to get a diaper. My dad isn't doing that one way or the other, but he just can't come out and play really at all. And it's just sad to see. Which, speaking of shit, I didn't even think about this, man. Speaking of just losses this year, man, we lost the ability to watch big titty porn in Texas, man. Pornhub gone in Texas and all its correlated sites, bro. They gone. You know about that? Because when I was just down there for Christmas, I was like, let me go ahead and watch some milk porn real quick. I said, what you mean disabled? And then I remembered that was the whole bill. It's gone in Texas. I think it's gone to Florida now too.
My brother in Christ.
I'm trying to bring some levity, nigga. Come on.
Allow me to the members of the neighborhood who are in Florida and Texas, my peoples. You are not without porn. Download a VPN.
You just need a VPN.
Just get a VPN.
Then you gotta pay for that shit. Now all of a sudden you're paying for porn.
My nigga, That's all with the VPN. You can do more than just watch porn. You horny.
Dude, we need to get sponsored by VPN before I start pushing VPNs like this, bro. I ain't just gonna sit up
I'm
here.
trying to help out horny motherfuckers in Texas and Florida. Let me tell you something. This is what I've learned in the past 3 to 4 months of being lonely as shit. Sometimes you blink and want to beat your dick. Now you don't want to use your memory, right? You don't want to use your memory because sometimes it's not the same. Like you don't want to be like, oh man, Heather. And you don't want to just go.
Fuck, we lost Lance Reddick too.
Yeah, man.
I also love that. I wish we did have sponsors. How funny would that be if that was our read for fucking VPN?
Hey, are you in Florida and Texas and try to watch porn?
Hey, it's Blerds After Dark. You know that we've been talking about titties and ass and titties the whole time, and now all of a sudden you can't see no goddamn titties. I'm so sorry for you. So why don't you go get your ass a VPN? A sponsor, well, not sponsor, unofficially sponsored by Blerds in the
Streamlabs.com/Blerds in the hood/tip if you want to donate and support the show. Or if you don't want to do, because I know sometimes it does a little charge or whatever the case may be, you can donate to us individually through our personal cash apps and Venmos. Whatever you leave in the comments, we will read. Shouts out to Amblin Soul, sent us a tip. Says, happy holidays, Blerds. Can we get a review of the Hebrew Hammer to close out the year? Now, I'm hoping that's not about a Jewish penis.
It's a movie, man. It's a movie, man.
Shouts out to Kirsty over in Australia. Says, always love the chaos. Have y'all had the baby yet? Because her and our buddy Alberto.
Yeah, they're pregnant.
Yeah, they're pregnant. Because he knows how to shoot. He's not shooting blanks like you. Now, that was probably
shooting blanks. IUD.
Oh my God. Hey, listen, bro.
Yeah, no, jealous bitch. Go ahead, finish your thought. Finish your thought. No, finish your thought. Finish your thought. I know you didn't have a laptop on your nuts so goddamn much. You ain't shooting out. You ain't no more kids for you, which I'm sure you're probably happy about, nigga.
My nigga, I was just hey, nigga, listen. 21-year-old, 11-year-old, done. Okay, boy, girl, done. I don't need any more. Okay. You know what? I don't give a fuck if I sip Mountain Dew all day and my dick just shoots out extreme. I don't want no more babies. I shouldn't have said that like that. I really shouldn't. See, Hippie go. Shouts out to Hippie. Hippie say, sound like a Jewish penis to me.
I mean, it's definitely an innuendo, but it's a movie.
Okay.
It's a movie.
Oh, so let's get back. Okay, let me do that. And all right. So some of the other things that have happened this past year. Diddy finally went to jail. Now, remember last year, the lawsuit brought up by Cassie came out, and within 24 hours, he had settled last year. And he kept trying to prove, he was like, yo, I'm not for this smear campaign. This is all lies. I've never put my hands on a woman. I've never done anything, et cetera, et cetera. And then Jaguar Wright came out as well. And also the video came out, unfortunately, a scene of him assaulting her in a hotel holding a towel. It was one of the most fucked up videos we saw. Now, it got worse because then you heard the feds raided his crib. And then it finally came out what was in the crib. Over 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lube, along with 784 dildos. 1,000 bottles.
No. It's the 784 that fucking kills me, bro. That's an absurd amount.
An absurd amount of loose dicks. Did you get anything on yours? I know. I just see what we have in the stream.
I don't think so. I was gonna pull the.
Do what you do.
No, I was gonna pull the photo of the 1,000 bottles because I reported on it at one point.
Oh,
yeah. Let me see if I can find it real quick.
Yeah, 1,000 bottles of it, and then so now Diddy is currently locked up in prison, and he is facing numerous counts as well as numerous lawsuits, which have consistently been adding up every time you look up. Now, he has literally had his lawyer try to appeal to get bail 3 different times, I believe it is 3 or 4 different times, and has been denied every single time, which means money cannot always buy you freedom because bruh's never getting out of jail. He is going to be jump chambers from cradle to the grave.
I found it.
Reference, baby.
No, I know. I found it. I just forgot that how I had edited this. I put that nigga in, bro. Fucking tuxedo with the baby oil. It was so much, nigga. It was so much goddamn baby oil.
So I've been talking about this. That is absurd. So I've been talking about this on stage, right? And one of the things I said with this nigga having 1,000 bottles of baby oil in Lou, how ashy was niggas already? How shiny do you want ass cheeks? More specifically, I got 1 bottle of baby oil I've had for 6.5 years, and it still ain't empty. Who in the fuck?
Well, you remember Chappelle's show when they did I Know Black People and a jar of Murray's hair cream, which
that's a lifetime supply, baby.
It's a lifetime supply. One bottle of baby oil is a lifetime supply. So 1,000 bottles. But you know it already came out, right? That there was that part of what they're presenting with evidence is that all of those bottles were laced. They were laced with GHB, so when they rubbed it on your body, you're absorbing it through your skin. So there was another way to drug people. You have not been watching the Blerd Breakdown. I cover all the Diddy shit on a segment called Diddy or Didn't He, bro, and I went through all of that shit too.
First of all, I just want to say, listen, I apologize for not watching your shit because I haven't. But also, I didn't know how much GHB do you have to be able to lace bottles of baby oil and lube. You got a bottle of GHB and some lube that you finna put. You got Meek Mill's personal stash that you know what?
Well, I just remember, I think that was a rumor, but I remember one of the bodyguards putting that video out of the audio of supposedly Diddy and Meek.
So that video audio came out on TikTok. There was a gay dude who said that's not them because it's from a porn video, and he knew exactly where it was from.
Okay, that's good. Because
he was like, he said he knew exactly where it was from.
I'm sorry. That's also hilarious that someone goes, nah, my porn ass got you, bro. That is not that because it's from this video on this page. Here's the URL. Is this long? Both the video length and the dicks involved. Like I can tell you right now that is
those who
not
missed it before. We can go back to the Wesley Pipes quotes if you like.
Go for
it. Okay. Don't give me a second. Let me pull them up. All right. Okay. Because Lord Jesus. Okay. So since we're talking about things, suck on this motherfucking dick. You know I like my shit wet up like a drive-by. Do a drive-by on this dick. Yeah, there you go. You a crip. You said to do. You don't want to.
I don't want to be a part of that. No, you good. Read the quote. Go ahead. Read the quote. You got it.
No, you're not going to put me out here like this. Like I'm the only one just trying to be a scoundrel.
Hey man,
I said read the quote. Read the quotes, and then I read a quote. And then you like, oh, it made the quotes I want.
That's because that was a lot dirtier than I thought it was going to be. I had to excuse myself. I am my brother in Christ. I can't be a part of that.
Okay, so all right, let me see what we got in the other folders. We got so here's the okay. That's not. There's nothing in extra blerds. I thought there was stuff in extra blerds.
Oh, all right.
Never mind. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
There's a lot of good shit in here. Which one you want to go with next?
Let's do some happiness for people.
Okay, go.
Y'all love the little hippo.
I didn't get it.
I didn't get the whole Moodang love for 2020. It was crazy. Moodang became a bright spot on the year for everybody. Little cute fat ass hippo. And I know so many people were going crazy over Moodang and all that. I maybe y'all in the neighborhood can tell us because we have no wait, somebody said free Moodang.
Free the nigga? Where he
Like,
held up?
Mudang got so big, like Mudang had a little little tub. She got in, and now she done got bigger because she's a hippo. Here's the problem. Okay, let me take this down so I can let y'all in on a little secret. Okay, hold please. Let me go to the right thing. Okay, and clicking there. So, oops, nope, there. Oops, nope, not Diddy. Nope, we can get rid of Diddy in it. I didn't want to bring up Diddy no more. Okay, there you go. Baby, look.
Hey, that's my bitch. What they talk about that. What they talk about that. What they talk about that.
We gonna get to that. So here's the thing about hippos. I don't know if you motherfuckers know this, but hippos kill more humans than humans. Mudang could be cute now, but Mudang is going to grow up to be a murderer. Okay, Mudang is going to murder somebody, and then what are y'all gonna do? No, it wasn't my Mudang. My Mudang would kill nobody. She was so cute and innocent. She's a fucking hippo.
She's a hippo. Hippos murder.
Hippos are violent as shit. Have you ever seen the video? There was a video I saw on Instagram. It was hippos teasing and torturing a lion. My dog, the lion was in the creek, and the hippo start charging, and the lion like, "Hey, chill out, man!" And he gets scared, he running, and the hippos are fucking with him. Like, hippos are dangerous and aggressive beyond reason.
They're like way more dangerous cats because cats love to play with their prey too, bro. Oh, because you gotta get a cat. You gonna tell him what happened? You didn't mention that earlier.
Why? I wasn't going to.
We don't have to. I just asked the question because
you already alluded to it, motherfucker.
I didn't say anything. You're the nigga out here talking about.
Why'd you make me sound like Prince in Purple Rain?
Oh shit, bro.
The year took a turn for us because look, this is Blerds in the Hood. When we got the greatest beef, arguably, in hip-hop history. Now, I don't think some people only know of the beef between Kendrick Lamar and Drake going on from just this year. What a lot of people don't know is this has been going on since 2013. This nigga does not like Drake at all. Kendrick has thrown both subliminal and direct shots, and it wasn't until a song called First Fucking Was That. I think I saw it. Okay, Better Than Shadow. See, now you got me looking around.
I wish there had been a video for that. What they talk about nothing. Like literally, nigga. Like I just. Oh man.
So there's a video. So there's it started with J. Cole. Well, what people know of, the general populace knows, it started with J. Cole and Drake on a song together called First Person Shooter. J. Cole is just being nice. Hey, we the big three, like we started the league, y'all. We all together. I got a bicycle. Y'all can have bicycles. We together. And so Kendrick heard that and responded on Like That, which I don't know if a lot of people know that Like That is actually somebody else's song. It is Future Metro Boomin's song. It is just Kendrick's verse, but no one cares about cares about Future and Metro on that song. So Kendrick basically says, motherfuck the big three, nigga. It's just Big Me.
Nigga, bomb.
So then what happens? Get a serval cat, Jay? What's a serval cat? I don't know. So Drake responds with push-ups, and J. Cole makes a 7-minute drill, and from an album that was called "Might Delete Later," which
irony of all ironies.
Guess the nigga deleted because he said It didn't sit good on his heart. It messed with his spirit. And we call J. Cole every type of bitch ass niggas and all these things in regards to leaving the beef. Well, he was the smartest person of them all because Drake drops push-ups and everybody was like, man, what's Kendrick gonna say? What's Kendrick gonna say? Because Kendrick supposedly takes long ass times to drop music. Then Kendrick comes back with Euphoria. And oh my God, everybody's like, ooh, and the beef goes back and forth. What was your thoughts on the beef?
I mean, it was one of those things where I was like, this is awesome. And then I was like, oh my God, stop it. He's dead already. Like, you please stop. Like, because the funny thing was, if you remember, the way it evolved as rapidly as it did is because, like you said, it was J. Cole put his shit out. Then you had nothing from Kendrick. Kendrick eventually puts out Euphoria. So then a couple days later, you get Family Matters, and within what was it, like 5 minutes? 10 minutes of Family Matters, this nigga went and dropped
Meet the Grams.
Meet the Grams. And then the next day, thinking, damn, that's a wrap. Meet the Grams was a kill blow. Then this nigga dropped Not Like Us, which as it stands right now is at 198 million fucking views for the music video, which came out months later. And I want to bring this up. Drizzy, bro.
But let me make sure I want to say this. J.L. Jackson 78 said Metro Boomin was diabolical for making BBL Drizzy. That had nothing to do with the beef. Let me let you know, Metro Boomin did not make BBL Drizzy. BBL Drizzy was made by my boy Wallonius Hatcher. He is King Wallonius. He is proficient with like AI music and shit like that. He is Avocado Poppy on Instagram. He is who made BBL Drizzy. He made it. Metro took it, sampled, and did all that. And then that's the version we heard. Now, Metro has since given bro his credit and props. But
King Wallonius, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I see it's on the Wikipedia. He's listed.
Yeah, I will always say, let people know he's the one who made BBL Drizzy. But when Kendrick dropped Meet the Grams, let me tell you something. The beef would have been over as far as music at that point. Why? Because I'd have had to shoot this nigga. Because the first line out this nigga's mouth in Meet the Grams are, Dear Adonis, I'm sorry that man is your father. Gotta go. Gotta go. Nigga, your life's over. That is it. That is it.
No, bro. It's that he's talking to the supposed, secret daughter about her life. Then he's talking to his mama and his daddy talking about you made a fucking terrible human.
The nerve of you, Dennis.
But like, and that was the thing. You thought it was over, and then I will never forget. Do you remember where you were when each of these songs dropped? Because I do.
I remember where I was when I was at the so it was Not Like Us. So
Not Like Us dropped in the middle of a Sunday. I was at the gym doing deadlifts with Casra. We were literally over there doing. I said, he dropped again. And he's like, what do you mean What are you talking about?
It was during the Netflix's The Joke Fest. I was at the Outside Jokes at the Palladium. And when I tell you motherfuckers just stopped what they were doing, we were outside. Everybody stopped what they were doing and was listening on their phones.
Bro, and like the funny thing is the little things that people didn't catch right away. So the A minor joke was funny in that just by the trying to strike a chord, it's probably A minor was funny until about an hour or two later, people were like, you do realize he's saying A minor in A minor, right? And I was like, nigga, what? Because like I was over here talking about sweet chin music and I won't pass the ox. Just all of that shit. But literally to see how he perfectly masterminded and fucking wove this insane thing, which only further continued when he drops a music video, then he does the fucking pop out on Juneteenth. And he even found a way to get a citywide fucking just like truce, and you have Pyrus and Crips all getting along, and instead of gunning him down at the end of the song, they out here gunning down fucking Drizzy together talking about A minor.
You have Kendrick has been the most diabolical man in probably because we also forget about a song called 616 in LA where he drops a bar that says, have you ever thought about maybe OVO was working for me? Because there was always rumored to be a mole in his camp. And then Kendrick gets announced as the halftime act for the upcoming Super Bowl. Where the fuck is that clip? Okay, it is. There you go. No, not Mudang.
That's Mudang, nigga.
Kendrick's there. K-Dot gets announced to the Super Bowl, and this starts a entirely different wave of shit. Why? Oh, you did it too. Why? Because the Super Bowl will be held in New Orleans. Who's from New Orleans? Lil Wayne. Now, the argument became Lil Wayne should have been the act for the Super Bowl. Why? Just because he's from New Orleans.
Which is funny because here's something that a lot of people are not aware of. And this was part of why the discourse to me was always so fucking stupid. So the Super Bowl specifically, the halftime show, there was a point in time where it was the NFL going to people and stuff like that. But for a minute now, the Super Bowl halftime show, because of what it represents at this point and how it is like that's like to a certain extent, like winning an Oscar level type of like acclaim shit for a musician. It is like a lifetime achievement thing for a musician typically. So if you get to the point of performing at the Super Bowl, you now have to pitch yourself for the halftime show. It is not just a, hey, Lil Wayne, man, look, you're from New Orleans. We would love for you to do a show for us, whatever. Artists go.
I think actually this we have made is phenomenal. Go ahead.
So the way that this works at this particular point, so the way that this works in the same way that if you are trying to, your city is trying to get the Olympics to come, or the Super Bowl, or the World Cup to a country, you have to pitch yourself. And so these artists will be like, this is what my catalog has been throughout. These are the numbers that I've put out. This is what I'm doing currently. So Usher he's not from Vegas. Usher is from Atlanta, hence why his show last year was so Atlanta heavy. But the reason they chose him is because not only did he do that, you had he started his Vegas residency. So that was part of his pitch.
Fucking phenomenal.
It was. But part of that too, remember, there was a lot of drama going on with Kiki going to his fucking show. So he used that as a point.
Have you seen what's been happening recently? Shouts out to my homegirl, Drew Sidora. Drew is the one with the cherries recently, bro. I think Drew went through her divorce, and Drew was like, hey, Usher.
I have not seen that. I have not seen that at all. But either way, go find it. Go find it. I'm gonna finish telling the story while you. So all like same thing with Rihanna. Remember, Rihanna was what's out there. So not only was it like, here's what she's done across the thing. She wasn't putting new music out, but she had become a billionaire in the last couple of years, and she was pregnant. She announced her second pregnancy during the halftime show. With being as big of a star as she is, that's another thing to sell it as a point. The Weeknd. Remember The Weeknd when he did his thing with the Maze, where he was like, and all that shit, how crazy produced that show was then leveraged into not only that really shitty show on HBO that came out that did not do well, but it also...
The Icon was so ass.
But on top of that, he had a pairing with Universal and did the... They still looking for this old woman. They just sent another silver alert. Damn.
Nana, bro. They want Nana home.
Nana need to come home. But he did a whole thing with Universal, and then the Hollywood Horror Nights at the multiple and that was one of the biggest haunted houses they had done at Universal Hollywood Horror Nights in a minute. So like, you have to pitch it. And so obviously Kendrick, in the midst of all of this beef, turned around and she's the one that's been tying the cherries and the knot in the mouth.
My girl Drew Sidora. That's
This nigga Usher's having too much fun with that. Oh my God, bro. That's hilarious.
Let me just say something. before we go any further, I'd like to say something real quick. Hold your thought real quick. I just want to say, I'm searching for a partner, a woman in my life. If you can match up what Drew Sidora was doing, please slide. If you feel like you can attempt, look, even if you can't do both balls, if you, I'm sorry, I couldn't even hold it.
What?
Yeah, that brother's starving.
Yes, sir, brother.
God, I
Go ahead, Fizz, say what you was saying.
I hate you so much.
Jesus Christ!
Okay.
Finish saying your point.
So the point is, Kendrick, obviously, with everything that went on with the beef, with Not Like Us becoming the #1 song in the world for an extended period of time, showing obviously what he's already done in being one of the
Pulitzer Prize winning.
He's the only one, right?
Yeah,
the only rapper to ever do that. For Damn.
Oh, it's Damn. Damn, sorry.
Damn. He all of that. Grammys, he's done it all. And then after what just went down, all of that is fucking huge. But people immediately took it, oh, you're just shunning Lil Wayne. My nigga, the Super Bowl has been in New Orleans 7 times. None of y'all got up in arms about Lil Wayne not doing it the previous 6, and he was very relevant and at the top of the world then too. So that's the part that's driving me crazy, is that people they don't know how it works, but they want to turn around, see exactly. People like timeout, flag on the play, Jay, 15-yard penalty. It's out here talking about ball, whatever the fuck. But all I'm saying is just that it was not just some nefarious plan to try and screw over fucking Kendrick. Or screw over Lil Wayne.
Also, you have to bring this up too. The Super Bowl halftime show is one of the most watched programs in the world. Now, when you say that, people are like, well, Wayne has a worldwide audience, etc. Yes, he does. But also, we have had recent video of Wayne's live performances, and they have not been worthwhile. So when you look at what he did at Louisiana Fest, you look at what he did at Essence Fest, what he did at WrestleMania, those are all strikes against him to get a performance of that magnitude. I need people to understand that.
Yep.
So let's go back to Kendrick and Drake, if we shall.
So either way, he gets the Super Bowl. Not Like Us is still just popping up and going off.
We forgot to mention before the Super Bowl, Drake drops his song called The Heart Part 6, where he decides to do a 2-minute ad lib at the end. Yeah, I knew you go on that Epstein shit. Nigga, that is not something to brag about.
Well, literally where he's like, well, in the song, he goes, he says, nah, if I had really done that shit, any of the Millie Bobby Browns, I'm too famous, I'd be in jail.
Nigga, there's a whole list of celebrities in jail.
Diddy,
Cosby,
R. Kelly.
And are not in jail. Like, what are you talking about? So he drops that, right? Then Drake says, I'm done. But people forgot Kendrick never said, I'm done. So Kendrick chills for a minute. All of a sudden, what happens? We get G&X. He drops an album with, I think, 13 tracks on it.
All I ever wanted was a Black Grand National. Fuck be irrational.
Give them what they're asking for. Here's the best part.
It's not enough. Turn the TV off. It's not enough.
Here's the best part about that album. He dropped an album with 13 something tracks on it. Not a single one of the diss records are on it.
Which is great, because then he's literally sneak dissing him the whole fucking time. Few solid niggas left, but it's not enough. Few bitches that are really stiff, but it's not enough. Say you bigger than myself, but it's not enough, huh?
He literally has told you all from the very beginning of the album, I pay attention to all this shit y'all saying on the internet. I don't address it, but I hear it all. So here's where it got better.
Bro.
G&X dropped.
Real quick, with G and X, probably one of my favorite lines in that whole fucking thing. I hate a bitch that's hating on a bitch, and they both hoes. I hate a
nigga hating on a nigga, and they both broke. We are $40 away from our first shot of the show, just so y'all know. So Kendrick announces a worldwide stadium tour, and it's not just him; it's with SZA, which ponders the question, was SZA the mole? Because SZA has Slimy You Out and several other songs with Drake, which means she would know Drake's business. But Kendrick drops his tour dates, and one date in particular stood out to everybody. That date, I believe, is June 16th. It is where? Toronto, Canada. What day is it? Because I'm just in case I'm wrong on the day, I know for a fact the day is Father's Day.
He ended up, it sold out so fast, he ended up having to do a second show, and it's after, so he's not closing on Father's Day.
Don't forget this part. The reason it sold out was Drake bought all the seats, thinking he was gonna pull a 50 Cent Ja Rule and say, I'm gonna buy all the seats so nobody will be there. Kendrick immediately returned with saying, I'm going to just let everybody in for free. Thank you for paying me to perform in your city. This nigga has won on a global scale. Because, how do I know? Everybody!
All right, hold on. Shout outs to Castraman, the homeboy. He says, I choose violence with the reparations.
Oh no. Okay.
But it's not enough.
All right, let me get this bottle. Oh shit, here we go. Just so y'all know, the bottle is here. It's gonna be one of them nights. It's gonna be one of those nights. One of those nights you feel like getting down. Where did he go? He gonna pull out Crown. Okay, he gonna pull out Crown Royal. I know it. But also the Kendrick Wayne thing, it still ain't done, because now Drake decides to have his lawyers file a lawsuit against UMG, the label, the distribution label, which is also Kendrick's distribution label. He says that UMG conflated the numbers for That's Not Like Us, did payola, use bots and everything to make the streams look high. And everybody was like, that's not possible because it is a worldwide global phenomenon.
It's not just that. By the lawsuit happening and people going, no, it's not. It went back up to number one. It literally shot Not Like Us back to number one by releasing this fucking lawsuit.
You literally made the culture say, hold my beer.
So literally everybody was like,
nigga, what is you talking about?
And then turn around and just...
It makes, because here's the thing, in order for you to say that, Aisha Kenya just said it best. I miss you, Aisha. I'll be following you on the gram. It's exactly what Drake has been doing for the past 15 years. You basically... I'm so... Hey, first of all, I am so mad I did that.
You literally...
So, you did that, right? You conflated that. But then the next day said, oh, yeah, we have another lawsuit. What's the other lawsuit? UMG could have stopped Kendrick from releasing Not Like Us and calling me a pedophile. Here's the problem I have and a lot of other people have. Nigga, that should have been your first lawsuit.
And Drake said,
nigga, no.
Should have been your first lawsuit. All right, let's get this party started.
Real quick, man. Hit this shot up real quick. Shout out to everybody that donated so far. Bro, I'm just laughing because Drake essentially was like,
this your boy?
Yeah, that's my boy, nigga. We rep the same smart tech.
You just got fucked up with him. Both y'all niggas gonna get clapped up when I get back. Both of y'all niggas. What did I do? It don't fucking matter.
If Robbie Malco is fucking Kendrick, Steve Carell is UMG is Spotify, what did I do?
This is what I saw. This is basically what I ended up seeing. Oh shit, that burns. So I've seen rap beefs since I was a shorty. I watched one dude get on the track and call another dude a fat man and says, "Why I fucked your bitch." I watched one man. I watched one man.
Get money.
I watched one dude. I watched one dude tell another dude, "Yo, your label fucking you in the ass with no Vaseline." I watched a rapper, like I mentioned earlier, buy out an entire arena so a rapper has no one to perform to. But I have never.
Wait. Are you talking about? Because I think we still have it. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Shit.
I think we might have pulled that one. I think
if you can read one full page of a Harry Potter book, nigga, I'll give $750,000 to whatever charitable organization you want to.
That nigga is the greatest troll in history.
The goat troll, bro.
And then I've watched all of that. But what I've never seen in hip hop, what I've never seen in rap, I have never seen a nigga say, "I need to speak to the manager of hip hop." I have never seen a Karen in hip hop.
Wait, what you telling me you saw this nigga do?
Totally insane. They pushed me out and paced me.
Oh, dude, you know you fucked up then. If that's what you were saying, that he essentially became a Karen, we could have saved the lawsuits for the ode to Karen.
I know. I didn't think about it in hindsight. It was the joke and everything was in play, and I didn't think about it later. You know what? That's on me.
It's all good. It's all good, man.
So
but yeah, it's fucking crazy, man. The part I want to deviate towards for a minute here, and this is going to be for something that's happening right now. I'm sure y'all are familiar with the fact that, well, I guess we should talk about one of the other major things that happened first is the fact that obviously this is an election year and we actually had Kamala Harris come through and take over for Joe Biden in the middle of the election. She had about 120 days at most to run an entire campaign as only the second woman to be the nominee for one of the two major parties, the first Black woman to be a nominee, the first South Asian woman as well to be the nominee for president for one of the major parties. And she ran one hell of a campaign, but got unfortunately mollywopped in the actual election by Trump, who has been reelected as the 47th president of the United States, unfortunately, and ran on a bunch of lies, talking all sorts of shit about we're gonna get the price of eggs down, we're gonna drill baby drill, we're gonna fix the economy, it is what it is. And this nigga is already double back being like, well, I don't know if we can get the groceries down, that's gonna be really impossible, it's kind of hard to do, I don't think we can do that, I don't know if that's gonna happen one way or the other, right?
Which I love now that he hasn't even been in office, he hasn't even been re-inaugurated yet, and so many people have buyer's remorse. Do you want to know what? And we said it for those who joined us on our election special when we went afterwards. I don't know if y'all know what the two top Google searches were the day after the election. Number two, excuse me. How do I change my vote?
Mm-hmm.
And the number one Google search. What is a tariff?
Well, shit.
The number one Google search. What is a tariff? And all these motherfuckers are fine. There is a story I heard. First, there was one story came out about the company The dude has voted for he was a white dude in Pennsylvania. Everybody at the company voted for Trump and they was happy. And the next day the boss came in and was like, so y'all not getting Christmas bonuses.
Yep, that one was hilarious. He straight up was like, well, because the tariffs have been made very clear that it's his main game plan. Nobody's getting Christmas bonuses this year because I'm going to now need to go and buy supplies before all of that goes up, because otherwise it's either do that and y'all get no bonuses, or I don't do that and I'm probably laying off 25 to 30% of you so I can still afford the materials to do the fucking job. Like the immediate repercussions were fucking crazy. Part of the reason, other than my computer kind of going out on me, that I went and got the computer when I did instead of waiting, because I technically got, for those that are any sort of like computer technology heads or whatever, I got the M2 Max Studio. The M4 hasn't been put in the Mac Studio yet, and that's what I really wanted, but that shit is supposed to come out sometime in the summer or the fall. We have no idea what this tariff shit is going to be, and if it elevates in price too fucking much, then I can't afford it anymore. So I had to go ahead and bite the bullet fucking now, which is the main thing people have said. They said you should be saving all of your money as you can, and at the same time, if there is a major purchase that you need to do that shit before January 20th. You need to. I hope somebody gave you some motherfucking money for Christmas, and you better go get the car, get the computer, buy the TV, whatever the fuck it is that you need. Get that shit right the fuck now.
Hey, if you want to donate some money to us, streamlabs.com/blerds in the hood /tip, or you can Cash App or Venmo us, because here's the thing, we need it. Really. Yeah, it has been insane the amount of just fuck around and find out. There's a video I'm watching, I saw on Instagram or TikTok. It was a black lady. She says she works at a job with a white woman who, super MAGA chick, older white lady, super MAGA, post-election has been going absolutely batshit crazy with the MAGA shit until a couple days ago, she came into work all sad. And she was like, yo, so what's going on? What's wrong? She's like, I don't know how me and my husband gonna make it. It was like, what happened? It's like, well, I just found out they're gonna get rid of. She's like, well, I make enough money with the insurance that we have, but what the insurance doesn't cover, we have the Affordable Care Act, and he's gonna repeal it, and we won't have our insurance. And she just started laughing. She's like, why would they do that? She's like, I thought it was just Obamacare, and was like, yo, you stupid motherfuckers. The Republicans called it Obamacare, so you dumbasses would think it was a bad thing. And it's been the Affordable Care Act the whole time. Also, it's baffling because there are so many people who are like, oh, get rid of Obamacare, even this whole get rid of immigrant shit. Which
that was one of the things that I was going to bring up that has been going on recently. So you had a couple of things. Give me 1 second to wait, I forgot. You heard about Daddy Elon over here and him defending himself, right? Did you not hear about this?
I don't use that hellscape.
Okay, that's fine. So do you see that down there where it says Adrian Dittman?
Yeah.
So Elon actually made a burner called Adrian Dittman, who has been going around, and people only realize this right now, that he has been using this account to hype himself up. My son, Lil X, loves clinging precariously to my back and yelling monkey rides. You're an amazing father, Elon. Your kids are very lucky to have you. Now, how did people figure out that Elon was this Adrian Dittman?
Yeah.
Well, because recently, if you haven't been paying attention to the news, both Vivek Ramaswamy and Elon Musk, who have been assigned to fucking Doge, the Department of Government Efficiency, it's a fucking troll ass organization.
Don't tell me he tweeted from the wrong account.
No. They both have been talking about specifically H-1B visas, and those visas in particular are the ability for a lot of people to come in and work in various different jobs and stuff like that. And a lot of it gets applied to tech companies and all sorts of other stuff that they can use these visas to come and work.
Mm-hmm.
Elon and Vivek were both talking about how great they were. Vivek decided to go off on a tangent about how Americans are stupid, lazy fucks. And so they put more emphasis on friends and being the prom king and queen and sports and shit like that. So you get your ass beat all day by all of these Asians. And that's why Americans are not getting these tech jobs, right? Well, MAGA did not take too kindly to this Indian man or Elon, the immigrant himself, talking about how these HB1 visas are better and the fact that they're using that labor. So Elon gets on a Spaces call as Adrian Dittman. He puts a fucking voice changer on and goes on and on about how you MAGA fucks are fucking stupid, how the HB1 visas are fucking paramount, and he gets so riled up by someone challenging him, he ends up out talking the fucking voice changer, and people realize it's fucking Elon. He is a burner this whole fucking time to hype himself up and was pushing.
I have a question. Yeah. How do you out-talk the voice changer?
Because he got so upset. It literally could not keep up with his voice. That's why. He was talking too fast. So then all of a sudden, they were like, nigga, that's fucking Elon. So this nigga has been out here. He pulled a Kevin Durant, and he's been hyping himself up on a fucking burner account for years, but he specifically got caught with this idea of people calling him out for these H-1B visas, and this nigga was literally just, it was his whole fucking self, bro.
I'm gonna tell you why I can never use a burner account. Because it's already
You'd accidentally stay logged in.
What'd you say?
You'd accidentally stay logged in.
I'd accidentally stay logged in, but B, I would not be able to try to have a different tone. Trying to have a different tone would be difficult. It is all, as somebody who's writing pilots and scripts and things like that, it's already a thing of trying to make different characters have different personalities in your head, right? Mm-hmm. When you're like, how should this person sound? How should that person sound? Mm-hmm. To do that, it's like, yo, but to have a burner account, to gas yourself up when you're all about free speech, and anyone that says anything negative about you, you ban their accounts. That is the most
So he took it a step further. Any of the right-winging people that were getting pissed off and saying America first for these jobs and Elon is a piece of shit, he started stripping them of their verified status. So they lost, even though they paid for it, they lost their ability to do the premium stuff, meaning editing things, putting longer posts, things like that. He fully stripped it, including Laura Loomer, who's out here being like, he's not a real bastion for free speech. The minute somebody doesn't agree with him, fucking blah, blah. They are literally eating.
For those who don't know who Laura Loomer is, she's Trump's side piece.
Yeah.
She's literally fucking. This is not a joke. This is not a euphemism. This is just conjecture. She is fucking Donald Trump.
Allegedly.
No. She is fucking Donald Trump.
Allegedly. You're not gonna get me sued, nigga. You can say JayWashington says, but don't bring me into that.
JayWashington says Laura Loomer is fucking Donald Trump. Winston says allegedly.
Allegedly. I will not be a part of your motherfucking lawsuit, nigga. Hell no.
What just came through your watch?
Aaron Jones from healthy to questionable. All right, that's fine. The game's over. But to that point, just so you can see kind of what they've fully done, these HB1 visas, like this is the piece of shit Charlie Kirk talking about it.
This is a violation of our social contract. And it sounds good. Let's just let more H-1B workers in. But what about the 23-year-old that went to University of Washington and studied computer science at the UW Computer Science Department? Shouldn't he be given preference above someone who could do the work for far less? It is about priorities, and it's not about what Charlie Kirk wants. It's not about what other people want out there. And I have friends on both sides of this debate. It's very simple. It's what the American people wanted. And the American people overwhelmingly voted for less immigration and the prioritization of the American children and the American worker, not the American oligarch.
Here's the biggest issue with that statement. First of all, there is no social contract that states that American workers have to be the person to have a job. It's never been that case. If that was the case, the fucking railroads would have been built by the Irish laborers who were here, not the Chinese laborers who were treated terribly. I can go back in history further, and there's this thing called slavery. So to say that was a social contract, it's not the case. Also, you're said in your hypothetical situation of a 23-year-old would be someone fresh out of college. They more than likely wouldn't have the skills to do the job.
I mean, not immediately right away.
Not immediately. That's what I mean. Not immediately.
But you also have to take into consideration these are the same people that are here for for him to say they went to the University of Washington. These are the same motherfuckers that say college is a waste of time and it's a scam. So which is it? You can't go to college because that's a woke indoctrination like institution, or is it actually a place that people go to get qualified and to get degrees to be able to do jobs? You can't have it both ways, let alone the fact these are the niggas at the top of the fucking key have been screaming at the top of their lungs. DEI literally dunking on this shit 24 motherfucking 7, and now you were talking about wanting DEI for white people. Make up your motherfucking mind.
That's all. Listen, I know we are on both YouTube and Twitch, and there are the most randomest people who could be watching us, from people who know us to people who do not know us to people who agree with us to people who will disagree, et cetera, across the board. I do need you to understand that DEI means diversity, equity, inclusion. And you're more than likely, if you disagree with us, you're a white man or white woman who feels like, man, why is it that this person can get this job and a white person can't? Why is it, or that person can't and a white person can't? It's not been that case. That is a very rare thing. But it's also not just about race. Women, white women, I really need you to wake the fuck up, because if you voted against, I don't want this DEI, well, you're a part of that DEI. I don't know if you, equity, men and women are equal, equity, inclusion, including women. Like, what
I hear you, but I want to take another second to come back at the race element, because remember, like you said about changing the vote, all the Latinos all of a sudden that were like, nah, we're going to deport all the bad ones. I'm not a bad one. I may have come here legally, but I'm a good one. And then all of a sudden this talks about, wait, he's going to denaturalize everybody?
Denaturalization.
So it's not just that. So all of this H-1B stuff, because all of the racism has come flying out of MAGA's mouth about this. This is an Indian individual right here. I'm deeply questioning my decision to support the Republican Party after witnessing the persistent and dehumanizing attacks directed at me and my community by individuals who, despite hiding behind a veneer of respectability, openly harbor and amplify racist ideologies. I've tried to hold on to the belief that these voices represent a vocal minority, not the broader values of the party, but time and again, I am disheartened as accounts with massive followings, many of them wielding significant influence, parrot unhinged conspiracy theories and perpetuate overly racist tropes without consequence. This isn't just about some isolated comments or fringe behavior. It's about a pattern that reveals an uncomfortable truth about the party's failure to unequivocally reject bigotry. These attacks aren't simply offensive. They are alienating to communities whose values, work ethic, and aspirations align with my many conservative principles, yet find themselves consistently vilified. The most troubling part is the normalization of this rhetoric by individuals who should be using their platforms to unite, not divide. It forces one to ask, is this truly the exception, or is it the reflection of an undercurrent that the party is unwilling, or worse, uninterested to confront? For a movement that claims to champion merit, individual dignity, and opportunity, it's disheartening to see those ideals betrayed by voices that choose hate over inclusion. If the Republican Party wants to grow, evolve, and truly represent a diverse and forward-thinking electorate, it must take a hard look at its blind spots and the voices it elevates. Without that reckoning, it risks alienating not just me, but countless others who believed in its promise. You dumb fuck! That's literally what we've been fucking telling you.
Wait, can you hear this in the background? Can you hear this? Can you hear this?
No.
Oh, okay. Okay, hold on. I want you to hear exactly. I feel I have the perfect song. Hold, please.
Is it a very tiny violin playing?
Oh, no. It's actually a whole lot better. Give me 1 second, good sir.
Yeah,
go ahead. Say your thoughts. Say your thoughts.
It's what's frustrating to me, because this is the same fucking conversation that we had. We only did a few shows this year. We had the same conversation about affirmative action being attacked and dismantled in colleges because black people have been trying to tell you, y'all are so caught up in trying to be white so bad, when we fucking tell you that all of this anti-blackness that's being levied towards you is not exclusive to us. They just hate us the most and love using black people as a lightning rod for you to feel like you can be a part of the crew. They do not like you. They do not want you. They do not respect you. I'll wait for this fucking ambulance to go. These niggas over here are just whining and shit. They're getting picked up to go to the hospital. I'm trying to fucking tell you right now, man, if you needed proof of it, and that should have been it. You didn't need to come this far to see what happened. And Vivek's a fucking dumbass for buying into. He's a grifting motherfucker. Do you remember there was an interview that Vivek did on his podcast with fucking Ann Coulter? And Ann Coulter was like, oh, I could say that, if you were black, I couldn't say because the blacks have a problem. She's like, yeah, I like a lot of stuff you said. I still wouldn't have voted for you. And he goes, well, why not? And she goes, because you're Indian. And he just had to sit there and stare. And I was like, this is my point. They don't fucking like you. You are not one of them.
Hey guys,
don't like you.
Hey guys, Winston included. You guys, you know the words to the song. You ready? Let's do it.
Never thought the leopards would eat my face. No, I never thought the leopards would eat my face. Well, I turned my back on my own kind, but I somehow thought that I'd be fine. Oh, I never thought the leopards would eat my face. Slow it down now. I never thought the leopards would eat my face. No, I never thought the leopards would eat my face. Well, I turned my back on my own kind, but I somehow thought that I'd be fine. No, I never thought the leopards would eat my
I just
felt we needed to play that song because it is so the leopards are eating your fucking faces.
I just at what point, what bothers me is how stupid people have truly gotten and bought all the words. So Trump has already backed off on bringing prices down because he knows exactly what is in. He was in it for his billionaire buddies, and they already know prices on groceries should have been down. They don't.
Prices on groceries are not a problem from a presidential administration. He doesn't control them one way or another.
Well, the one thing that Kamala pitched, but people wanted to say, well, what were her policies? She said, I want to actually go through and start enforcing price gouging laws to call them out for what it is actually costing.
That's a different thing. That's an entirely different thing.
Right. But it was an actual plan to attempt to solve it, let alone doing the tariffs. As we've said multiple times, you put a tariff in place, then essentially what happens is that's a tax. The company's not going to say, you know what, out of the goodness of my heart, I'm going to eat that tax and keep prices the same. No, they're going to pass the fucking savings off to you, bitch. So all of these people that fell for this stupid fucking grift, but especially the people that aren't white straight males that are out here in these streets being like, yeah, fuck them niggers, fuck that thing, but not me. I'm not wanting. And then the minute they got in, you don't need to play the whole thing again. You do not need to play the whole thing again, nigga. I just
because
that, yeah.
Go ahead. Just go ahead. I'm having because it. Listen, I know after January 21st, it is going to be terrifying for a lot of people. It is very much. Let's just be real. If you are middle class, you are going to be considered low class. And if you are lower class, you're going to be considered less than the dirt. But
then let's talk about one of the few things that actually united a vast
majority
of Americans, bro. Now, I know that last year we thought that the greatest we would have seen from one of the Mario Brothers was that Super Mario Brothers movie hitting over $1 billion. But the real hero, Luigi, my nigga out here, he was known, for those that were in the dark. This is a gentleman that is currently arrested and is facing charges for murdering the United Healthcare CEO, Brian Thompson. Who's Brian Thompson, you ask? As I mentioned, the CEO of United Healthcare. United Healthcare is actually the insurance group that is known for having a 37% rate of rejection for claims for all sorts of stuff, including there was a very sad fucking story that came out about a woman who had stage 4 cancer, had a very low chance of beating it, was halfway through chemo and was actually showing signs of recovery, that it was working. And then after 10 sessions, they were supposed to be scheduled for 20. Fucking United Healthcare decided they're done covering her and they're not covering any more chemo. One round of chemo for her, $15,000, Jay.
Yep.
So this woman actually had the chance to make it.
Mm-hmm.
And this fucking insurance company decided, nah, we're done. Brian Thompson, who loved to brag about it on LinkedIn and all that, about how I'm making all these savings for the shareholders and making things better for y'all, had pocketed some 10 or 15 million dollars based off of all sorts of bullshit that he had pulled as CEO and shit like that. So there are people that are like, how dare you call Luigi a hero? I hear what you're saying. I'm not going to glorify death, but I'm not going to feel bad for a man that has been known for hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people getting killed under his watch, so he can make stockholders more fucking money and line his own fucking pockets. Also, they love to show that fucking goober-ass headshot photo of him. The man was known for a couple different DUIs that had happened, and also he's not this quote-unquote loving family man. His wife, it's been reported, he's been separated from her for some 6 or 7 years for his drunken antics and shit.
Which, by the way, I love how people have said, no. Y'all want to, whenever a black person is killed, you want to find a mugshot or the worst thing about them, a black or brown person. And I'm glad they were using his mugshot. Again, I'm not supposed to glorify anybody's death, but I understand it in this case. We all understand it.
Absolutely.
This is, you've heard people use the expression, eat the rich. You have so many people who have been caping so fucking hard for billionaires. It is incomprehensible the amount of people that have been like, well, you shouldn't feel like this about Elon Musk. These motherfuckers don't know you exist. And they wouldn't care if you died in front of them. I guarantee you,
if it
they
costs
would walk
them,
over your body.
Bro, these niggas have billions. If it cost $100 to save one of y'all motherfuckers' life, do you understand they wouldn't even give you that?
They would not even give you that.
They make millions an hour, and they would not throw $100 at you to put you out if that was all it took to be able to get enough water to put you out if you were on fire.
And also, I don't think a lot of people understand exactly how much billions is. So when you hear about what happened, you're like, oh, how dare people parade him around as a hero? Didn't you bitches parade around Kyle Rittenhouse as a hero?
You 1,000% did. But the funny thing is, I'm trying to tell you though, Jay, it's not your stand-up MAGA right-wing anybody. You're super rich on, honestly, both sides have been like that. We shouldn't be celebrating this. And the poor and middle class on both sides have been like, fuck that shit. Because like Luigi, it's come out that he comes from wealth. He has money. But he had a situation where he had a horrible back injury. He needed to get surgery for it. He was denied claims from United Healthcare. He's been in excruciating pain for a few years. And so this whole thing went into play because he was trying to get revenge on it, including the bullet saying deny, defend, oppose.
Yeah. So let's talk about that real quick. Let me make a quick caveat to that. There was a woman on the phone with an insurance company and said those same 3 words. And guess what they did? They went to her house and arrested her. Because why? For those people who are capping for billionaires, I want you to understand something. This is how much they care more about billionaires and CEOs than they do about your regular average life. They are now putting laws into place to protect them.
Dude, they already did.
Charged with terrorism.
You know why?
Go ahead.
I was just gonna. Do you know the reason why they're doing that specifically?
No.
So the reason they're charging him with terrorism.
Oh, to prevent copycats, right?
No, they're charging him with terrorism. They're using it as a guise of, oh, this was a politically motivated assassination, so that's why we're doing it. The reason they're doing it is because they're very aware of the fact that good luck finding a jury of his peers that aren't going to find a way to get him off. If you're charged with terrorism, you void the right to a jury-based trial.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And the judge
is a wife of an insurance
wife. Is the wife of somebody on the board with Pfizer.
Yes.
It is all stacked up. This is rich people literally telling you, poor fucks, you are not starting a revolution on us. And the more that people are celebrating, because Ben Shapiro was on his show talking about, look at the right with their violent whatever. He had a bunch of his fans going, no, fuck you and fuck the insurance companies and what they've done to fuck me. When I tell you this is the one thing that they are all scared of, because they have actively been trying to get poor whites to hate the man of color, specifically black people, but all people of color, and like they're the reasons why you're not rich like us.
Yep.
You're one of us, but you're not. But the minute we all agree on something, they are doing everything they can to snuff that shit out quickly because they realize if we start uniting on shit like this, that's a wrap, bro.
It is insane the amount of people who galvanize for the CEOs. Yeah, you can say yes, it's political. Yeah, the terrorism part. I did not know that once you charge terrorism, you automatically waiver the jury thing. I did not know that part. So
that's literally how the Guantanamo Bay shit happens. So
that's why I said about the woman. So with the woman on the again, this wasn't. I want you to understand too. This wasn't in person. This was during a call about her policy, about coverage for something, and said the words. Do you understand what this means moving forward? Now, there are a lot of people who are like, oh, well, if you don't like it, go to another country, et cetera, et cetera. And by the way, yes, some people bring up, well, Canada pays for healthcare in taxes, but there was a great meme I saw. Do you know how much better life would be to pay $2,000 more in taxes than $8,000 more in insurance?
Hello? I couldn't pull it fast enough, so I'm just going to say that shit out loud.
Hello?
I just want you all to I just want people to understand that. Listen, I got to get ready to get up out of here in like 10 minutes. So this is what I want to do. If anybody has anything, so I want to read a couple of these comments. I just saw two that just really, I'm your buddy 82 over on Twitch says, yeah, it's like the UK trying to arrest people for social media posts. Yup. And JMB says, I'm in another country now with universal health care. Which country are you in?
And I would love to hear it because most of the stuff that I hear from people that are from countries and universal health cares are like, you don't get it. The service super long. You got to wait forever. But I'll tell you, even if you do have to wait an exceptionally long amount of time, A, all those countries still have the option for private stuff. And B, I would much rather have the option if I have to wait that there is a possibility. Oh, nice. I would much rather wait that there's a possibility that I could be taken care of than I straight up cannot, and I would go fucking bankrupt or bankrupt my fucking family just to survive.
I don't fucking understand people for the life of me. But yeah, it's just it's really gotten very interesting with all of this. And then as we head toward, again, this has been towards the end of the year. Let me see. Did we cover all the majority of shit I wanted us to talk about? Oh, yeah. One other thing that happened, I forgot to bring up. Jamie Foxx made his return to the stage. And I have to say that because he did not, it was a comedy event. It was not a stand-up special. He dropped what had happened was, which he basically tells us what happened to him when he was sick, why he had he almost passed away, why people thought he was a clone, etc., etc. And it was something that takes you on a ride for sure. You will laugh at some parts, you will cry, you will sing, you will dance, and if you were in Atlanta, you saved his life. Because he told Atlanta they saved his life 972 times in 10 minutes. 972.
Did he really?
I mean, he made it. Latoya F says, I'm in Mexico and healthcare is so inexpensive. Yo, I'm gonna be real. I've heard so many people now because we are in Los Angeles and TJ is like 3.5, 4 hours. People go down there now for health, dental, everything, because what the United States tries to do, for those who are unaware, the United States tries to make it seem as if you go to another country, the healthcare service is not going to be as good, which is absolutely not true. It is why healthcare tourism has become a major thing. The videos you see of people going to Turkey for $1,000, getting full checkups and everything, not just niggas getting hairlines, people going to Mexico and all these different things. They are going all the way. No, Aisha, we didn't discuss the Travis Hunter drama. That's why we said it is so much. It is so much to talk about with that. But you can go to, I know I got a buddy right now keeps going for stem cells in his knees and back, and he's feeling great. And these are actual doctors.
Shit, I bet that Ozempic cheap than a motherfucker down there.
Man, let me tell you something. If I could listen, I hate that when I'm stressed, I put on more weight than ever. I know it. I know.
Same.
Not even just eating and all this other stuff. It's stress for me. Yeah. If I could get Ozempic, I would do it in a heartbeat. I'm not gonna even lie to you. And if I had enough money, I would do it.
Look,
when
man,
it comes to
all I'm saying is if y'all see me looking like a bobblehead, you better shut the fuck up and be like, I'm happy for you, nigga.
Nigga, if I look like Tweety Bird from Tiny Toon Adventures, mind your own motherfucking business. Mind your motherfucking business. Before we get ready to get out of here, though, I want to make sure. Let me see. That is there. I want to do something. Where the fuck is it?
While you're looking for that, I just wanted a couple comments that were on here. Again, if you want to get something else in, streamlabs.com/blerdsandhood/tip. We appreciate each and every donation, man. We saw a Zeno Hour saying MAGA Civil War is lit, which is real. They are fucking big mad. But then Edward Nigma 9x9 says 2024 has been a hard year. I lost my job I was at for nearly 22 years. And 2 months later, I lost my mom. Can't wait for this year to be over. Hey, Edward Nigma sending all the love to you, man. That's fucking heartbreaking. And I'm so goddamn sorry.
Bro, did you say, okay, I had to make sure I played in my head what you said again. So it sounded like said, Edward nigga, my heart goes out to you. That's literally
Nigma, bro. Nigma.
Edward nigga.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Oh yeah, this is what I wanted to do before because I felt like we can't end the year without doing this.
And now, an ode to Karens, brought to you by Blerds in the Hood. Now, before we go into this dedication, you must be asking yourself, well, what is a Karen and what does it mean? Well, Karen is a mocking slang term for an entitled, obnoxious, middle-aged white woman, especially as featured in memes. Karen is generally stereotyped as having a blonde bob haircut, asking to speak to retail and restaurant managers to voice complaints or make demands, and being a nagging, often divorced mother from Generation X. Karens most notably have been known now to call the police on black people when they're just doing this thing called living. You know, something that God allowed them to do. This includes Barbecue Becky, Permit Patty, Sleepin' Sarah, and a host of others. And typically, Karens feel that because they are white women, they are entitled to do whatever they want and make life choices based on their insecurities as well as fears. Well, here are a few moments of wild Karens caught in their natural habitat.
Karens are territorial. What happens when one Karen encroaches on another Karen's territory?
A child like that again. Oh, okay. Think her ass. You're not gonna hit me. I'm just gonna hit you. You're not my child. You're not gonna hit me. Who's the child? Oh shit! She hit you. Oh, she hit you. Give me a time, man. Give me a time. Break this up. Hey.
Karen fight!
World Star. World Star.
Karen fight! Listen, before we get up out of here, bro, tell the people. Let's say the last words for the year, man.
Absolutely. First things first, on a serious tip of all the stuff that we've talked about, find your people, protect your people, because things are going to get wild as things go on, and we'll be fine as long as we genuinely stick together. Protect your peace. Don't let anybody try and make you feel bad because they decided for the third time to make the stupidest fucking mistake possible, and for very selfish reasons. You do not need to go and help any of those folks that decided to do that. If that's what they decided to do, let them do that shit and be off on their own. Protect your peace. If you have more patience than me and you still want to have them in your life, that's on you. But you don't owe them a motherfucking thing. And all this shit that's happening, that's really on them to be dealing with at that point. Now, in the same fucking breath, I want you to do everything in your power to lift yourself up, lift the people in your life up that you realize are good folks that are in this together, because we're going to need each other. I say all that to say that as well with Jay and myself, we're going to continue to bring you this great fucking content, this comedy, all that shit that you've seen us do. We appreciate from the bottom of our heart the amount of support you've shown us, both together as a unit and individually. And we ask that in 2025, you continue to rock with us as we move on to new ventures. We'll still have these going on every now and again with Blerds in the Hood, but come over to my channel, youtube.com/TheSwaggyBlerd. Check out all this content I got going off on there. I'm getting back into stand-up. I've got a show on January 10th. So if you're in the Los Angeles area, I'll be at Flappers. I've been posting about that on my Instagram. So check all of that out, man. And then I ask simply, you know, if you're praying, if you're a praying person, if you're a meditating person, all that, to please send some thoughts towards me and my family. Again, as, you know, putting that energy and positivity towards my sister and her healing, and that, you know, things continue to move in a positive direction. But all that, I just want to say 2024, as much of a roller coaster ride as it's been, the fact that I got to be back with y'all in the neighborhood again, man, means the fucking world to me. And I hope I get to see you more both here and on other things that I'm doing. Jay, what's good with you?
Thank you to everybody who's been rocking with us, man, since we made this comeback. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you all. I've said how much I am thankful for you all in my career, for all the people who've shown all the love, all the support, people who've been there through the thick and thin, the good and the bad. And I'll admit, there's been a lot of times I've done, as the word of 2020, the phrase of 2024 says, I've crashed out. But for those who've been with me throughout the crash and to the rebound, I appreciate the hell out of y'all. For those who have watched the special Big Black and Nerdy over on my YouTube channel, thank you. For those who have shared the special, thank you. For those who have started recently following me from the reaction videos and shit on Instagram, thank you. For those who I meet so many people who out at the clubs now, and you know, people are telling me how much they've been a fan, and I've met so many of you all who I don't know if you know. When you tell me you've been a fan since, how much that means to me.
Yep.
Especially when you come to me and say, I've been a fan of you since Collider. I've been a fan of you since Screen Junkies, since Nerdist. And I'm like, what? You've been with me this long, and it means the world to me. I am doing so much more stand-up coming in 2025. January 9th, I'm in Portland, Oregon, at the Alberta Street Pub. So if you're in Portland, I will be there. January 17th, I am taping a new 30-minute special out here in LA at the Lyric Hyperion. So please, if you want to come out and watch me tape a brand new 30, it is not what's on Big Black and Nerdy. It is not what's on anything else. It's a different 30. So come out for that. I'm definitely doing that. January 25th, I am in Palm Springs at the Rock Gallery Comedy Club. I'll be out there. January 31st through the 4th of February, I will be on the Chris Jericho Rock and Rager Wrestling Cruise. I'll be doing stand-up there from Miami to the Dominican Republic. March 13th, I am at Bloomington, Indiana at the Comedy Attic out there. So I will be there. I have a bunch of other stand-up shows coming in between nonstop. I got a bunch. I'll be in San Diego. I'm back at Mic Drop on the 22nd of February in San Diego. I'm working with a new manager right now. We're trying to fill in a lot of shows. Actually, Aisha, we're working on trying to get San Antonio and Dallas ASAP. So those are two major cities on my list. I just need.
Hey man, if you need someone to come do a hot 10 for you, let me know, nigga.
I definitely will. I'm dead ass serious. If I can get it, I'll tell you to come out and come do it and feature. I'll let you feature or host for me. I'm saying this on air. So yeah, we're working on getting those together. What else is there? Yeah, man. For everybody that see me in every different thing, I pop up in, like I said, even the Hims ads, the Finance Buzz, the Snoop video, all the shit that I pop up in, man. I am grateful. All the things I'm tagged in, all the love I'm shown. It means a lot, and it even means more when a lot of people hit me up asking about Blerds all the time. Sometimes I'll be like, okay, the goddamn show is gonna come back when we can figure out something. Leave me the fuck alone. But leave me the fuck alone. But I am so grateful for you all. I am so thankful. I mean that sincerely from the bottom of my heart. If it was not for the members of the neighborhood, people who follow me, who support me, who've had my back and been all the way, if it wasn't for you all, there wouldn't be no reason for me to do this. I am in a very, very hard industry that is not a meritocracy. So you all supporting and loving what I do is a reason for me to keep doing it, because if it was just about trying to do something to elevate, I would have given this shit up a long time ago. So thank you all so much. Sincerely. That is a thing. With that being said, we got to get out of here. We will holler at y'all in 2025. You got it. You got it queued up.
Yep, I got it queued up right here. So y'all be safe, man, and we'll see y'all on the motherfucking flip. Peace.
Bye, bitch. Bye, bitch. Bye, bitch. Bye, bitch. Bye, bitch. Bye, bitch.
You ain't forget about no motherfucking post credits.
Oh, there was supposed to be a shot.
Oh, I just did it because I was gonna say cheers to since we
Oh,
be able to
hold
do,
on. Let me pour it up then. You
yeah.
gotta prepare. You gotta let me know.
I just figured you saw me on the thing pouring it up and
I wasn't paying no attention to you.
That's not my fault. You never pay attention to me. I just want you to pay attention to me, Daddy.
Nigga, what is you talking about?
Okay, let's do it. Fuck
Hey,
it.
here's to a much better 2025. As a matter of fact, man, I'm calling me improving on my life, nigga. That's the real project 2025. Let's motherfucking
Me improving on mine is mine.
All right,
I gotta go.
Peace, bitch.
Bye, bitch.